Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode Trying New Things, where today we're going to take a look at the rough in for the plumbing. So over here is going to be the kitchen. You can see that man door and window. That's the front of the barn. You would come in through the man door into the kitchen area. And it's going to be approximately 10 feet by 10 feet. So 100 square foot kitchen and dining room. It's going to be pretty tight. But over here under the window is going to be the sink. We're not going to have any water hookup for the antique refrigerator that I'm restoring. Then you would come down the hallway into the restroom where we have our toilet, our vent, and our sink. And then turning a little bit more, there's going to be a little closet right here. This is going to be the utility room for the hot water heater. And this insulated line is the water line to the meter. And that capped up one is a floor drain. And then over here, that tub is where the shower drain is going to go. And then this line's for pressure testing the system. All along here is going to be the sewer line running out to the back to the existing septic system. But pretty much all the plumbing is limited to this one corner, the living space. Not that it's going to be a living space per se, or an apartment, but there is going to be a little kitchenette and a restroom and an office that occupy 300 square feet. And that's it so far. Tomorrow is supposed to be the final inspection on the plumbing, and then I've got to schedule my barn builder to come back in and pour the concrete floors and install the garage doors, which for me is what I'm waiting for, because then I can button up the space and lock it down and have a secure location. Right now it's wide open, so no point bringing anything out here. But when the floor is poured, I'll join back with you here later on in this episode and show you how that turns out. Hello everybody, welcome back out to the farm today. I was hoping that I'd be at this point wrapping up episode 3 of the pole barn build. Where we were going to talk about the plumbing and the concrete floor pour. Unfortunately, we haven't passed our plumbing inspection yet, and it has nothing to do with the work that was done inside the barn, and everything to do with what's existing outside. Now, we always knew it was going to be a risk, but what we were hoping for was that the existing septic system that was here for the residents beforehand would get grandfathered in for the barn, and they won't inspect the interior until they sign off on the exterior. Well, they didn't sign off on the exterior, so they didn't inspect the interior yet, and my general contractor's been out here doing a little bit more investigation for the inspector, and let me show you what they've unearthed today. So over here is the back of the barn, and one of the reasons I moved it back so far on the property was to take advantage of the existing septic tank, which they have now uncovered here. However, it's been in place now for a little over 30 years. 30 years? No, 50 years. 1973, so 48 years. Never permitted. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. I talked to the general contractor. He thinks that we're still on track to make use of the existing tank. Definitely going to have to repair some pipes, because I see they broke those in the process of digging it up. But this is the main line leading out to the lateral lines that disperse the effluent for treatment. So progress on the barn is going to be delayed again at least 2 to 3 weeks, I would say, minimum, before I get the floor poured and the big garage doors on, so I can finally button it up and start bringing some stuff to the site, unfortunately. So I'll be back again when more progress being made, but I thought I would throw this update here in the middle of this video. Hey everybody, it's been a good week and a half since the last clip you've seen in this video. Just wanted to share a little bit of progress, because that's all there's been. But we do have that green sticker, which is a passing interior plumbing inspection. So we're free to pour the floor and put in the garage doors. Just need my barn contractor to come back and finish up. There's one more thing that we got done this week. Alright, so here it is. Maybe hard to tell, but I did get gutters and downspouts put in this week. Color matched to black, so they don't show up really well against the red and black, which is exactly what I wanted. The contractor came out for that and did it real quickly. Did a great job. Have a bunch of landscaping left to do, obviously. So that's it for this this particular clip. Hopefully in the near future I'll be able to come back out here and see the contractor pouring the concrete floors, and I can go ahead and wrap up video number 3 of the barn build. But anyway, stay put because there's more to come. Hello everybody and welcome back. It's been about a week since the last clip you just watched. There has been some developments out here on the farm. Let me take a few minutes and walk you through those right now. So firstly, I can see that somebody's been in here and tore up the driveway. It rained for the last 2 days, so I'm not surprised how sloppy this looks. They did dress it up with a bobcat. They also brought in some additional gravel over there, which will be good, because once they bring in the concrete trucks, I'm sure this is going to get much worse. Addition to that, they installed some perimeter batten boards, given that the grade wasn't level. It was flat, but not level. And that is to contain the gravel on the inside of the building. So let's go to the inside of the barn now and take a look at that for the first time. So here we are inside of the pole barn, and I can see they've got a little bit more gravel spread out here. They've located a sewer line there. Not sure why they didn't backfill all the way up to the batten boards. Maybe they got started on the gravel before the lumber arrived and they're going to come back and do that. Or else that's going to act as a footer, I guess. Around the perimeter of the wall here. Really brought up the grade at the back of the barn quite a bit. Looks like about 8 inches of stone required to bring that up to grade. But overall, looks really good. We'll let you go for now, and I'll check back in once more progress has been made. Big day, concrete's on site, pouring the floor. Pretty excited. Next will be the garage doors. But yeah, what a beautiful day to pour some concrete. So I came out here this morning at about 8 a.m. and the crew was already on site and had about half of the floor poured when I got here. They just left, so they've been here at least 12 hours, probably 13 hours working on this. But so far it looks extremely good. Now I gotta recognize it's going to take some time to cure. It'll lighten up a bit during that process, but I think they did a really good job. I'm pleased with it. So the next thing I need to do is get Bobby back out here with some garage doors. And then finally, for the first time, we can close the barn. Now I do have a bit of a grade challenge, which I kind of knew was coming. There's my back door. I'd say it's about, the floor is about 14 inches higher than the current grade. But over here I've got to dig a swale, put in a catch basin to drain the other side of the barn. So the fact that it's low now is just going to help me dig that trench. But at this corner is the most backfill I'm going to have to put in. Probably a good 12 to 14 inches of fill. And then it goes uphill to the front of the barn. And I'm going to want this all level. It's going to be our seating area out here on the side of the barn, looking out over the fields towards the winery. So lots of work left to do, but big day. I think I can finally wrap up this episode anyway of the barn build, and we'll check back in episode 4, be garage doors, and start the interior fit up. So thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye-bye.